Goby. Just trying to look at your insides.
Here, let me try it. I don't know what I'm doing.
We can direct you, though.
Yeah,
He'll let you do it. We'll work with it.
Nah, he's getting mad.
I think
You can see him looking at you like,
No, he don't like that probe. So today's not off to a great start. We're trying to ultrasound our camel goby, and he's not having any of it.
Oh, Goby. Okay, all right, we're done.
Nope, he ain't gonna like it. Goby, like, growl farts at me at the same time. I mean, I guess he's a multitasker. I'd probably be more afraid of his fart than I would his bite, but luckily the wind's going that way.
Today is a very busy day. Have fun with your gazelle. The hospital schedule is absolutely packed, and I'm bouncing around all over the zoo checking on cases. Right now, I'm headed down to the koala building to check on Ruwalan. She has an ulcer of her right eye, which is resolving, but now she has intermittent bulging of that eye, which is an unusual sign, but could be an indication of something more sinister. Taylor, hi.
Come on up.
Hi.
Welcome.
Where is the old beast?
Up in our favorite spot,
Oh my
of
gosh,
course.
look at her. Ruwalan is our geriatric female koala. She's definitely an old girl that has medical issues from arthritis in different joints, clearly this ulcer thing going on. And she is special. She's definitely one of the first koalas that I've ever worked with. And when she's feeling well, she definitely gives us a run for our money. How is she doing?
She's doing great. I think her eye looks a lot better. Obviously, you'll be the judge of that. We noticed that Ruwalan's eye was looking a little unusual a couple of weeks ago and had the vets take a look at it then, and that's when we discovered that she had an ulcer. At first, we tried eye drops with Ruwalan, but it was a little difficult because koalas don't really have a tendency to look up. They tend to look down, and trying to get an eye drop in an animal as their head is pointed down can be very difficult, really challenging. Her eye's been open more.
Good. I don't think that contact lens is in. I think I'm gonna use her ladder.
Okay. Eventually, we had a specialist come in, and she recommended that we try contact lens to kind of try to help the healing. How big was that contact? Was it like a normal soft contact? Or was it a hard contact?
No, it was like a squishy, soft one. Well, it might be still on here. Hi, sweet girl. We used a dog contact lens in Ruwalan's eye because they simply don't make contact lenses that are shaped to a koala's eye. So we use the next best thing, just as a let's see if it works kind of thing.
Her eye's been more open today than she's been having it normally.
The ulcer looks fantastic. I can understand how a contact lens for Ruwalan that doesn't fit specifically to her eye would be very uncomfortable. I personally find contact lenses a little bit irritating just because they can be very itchy, they can fall out really easily, unless you have a really good fit, which is one of the reasons I hate wearing contact lenses and always wear my glasses. Well, thank you, Rue. The good thing is it does seem to have helped for the short time that they were in place. Like if I sit in the middle, they can't quite touch me. Looking at it now, it's night and day from Saturday when we last saw it and debrided the surface of it, so I think it's gonna be absolutely fine without any problems. But I'm worried about the bulging of her right eye, so I'm going to get her on the animal health schedule. Unfortunately, my schedule is pretty packed, so Randy's gonna be taking care of Ruwalan, and I know she's in really good hands.
I'm really encouraged that Priya thinks the eye is healing really well. We'll see what Dr. Randy thinks when he sees her. In the meantime, we're just gonna keep a close eye on her eyes.
Today, I want Shannon to come down and assess Bob. I just have some concerns I want to share with her. So the best way to kind of look at the monkeys is when they're using their yard, and to let them use their yard and really get the full range of motion with these guys, we offer them lots of fun enrichment.
I'm gonna head into the Verbit kitchen. I'm bringing a couple of fun toys for the Verbits right now for their enrichment. We're giving some coolers just because the design of the habitat is actually pretty friendly to giving them oddball things.
Hey, hey.
Hey!
What's up?
Because they're so smart, they can get into almost anything. I like to close them, but
Not too tight.
not too tight. They'll start eating holes through them if we go too tight. It's fun to try to find different ways to keep them mentally active. Todd likes to eat on top, so I always put a little bit in the cup holders
In the
for him.
koozies?
Okay.
Okay, cool. I'll set these here. They're so cute.
So since it's nice and hot, give them some yummy cold treats. In typical Verbit fashion, they're extremely curious and they want to check out everything and at least see what it has to offer. And usually those old dirty shoes offer yummy treats. All right.
All set?
Yep, all set.
Okay. Purpose of enrichment is you want to give them activities that can kind of last and keep them occupied and keep them engaged. The monkeys are probably some of the hardest to enrich, though, because they're pretty smart, so they figured this out pretty quickly. Here.
Come on, Bob. Come on, Sassy. Good job. Lucy. Come on, Luce. Good girl. We have 5 Verbit monkeys in our troop. We have 2 males, Bob and Todd, and 3 females, Betsy, Lucy, and Sassy. They are so cute. They're tiny, they're fluffy, they're so smart, and they have so much personality. Did you find something in there?
You two are up to no good.
All 3 of
you in that box.
Betsy's still in there. If you're looking at pictures, African campsites, and you see a mischievous monkey, that is most likely a Verbit monkey. Hey, Bob. So Bob is the protector of the group. He's protecting everybody right now. Bob is the sweetest monkey, but over the past week and a half, 2 weeks, he's really kind of starting to isolate himself. He's acting like he doesn't feel well. He's just acting off, so I'm worried.
Coughing and stuff still?
Yeah, we've
Sneezing
seen him coughing on and off. I think that's becoming more prevalent.
Okay.
I'm hopeful that it's allergies because that just means it's nothing. I am a little bit fearful, though, that he might have an infection, possibly an upper respiratory infection, because of the coughing and because he's acting a little bit down.
He hasn't had the CT. You were talking about the CT scan for him.
He's never had a CT, but it would be really nice to see as long as just to make sure it's not anything more that's making him cough.
Yep, sure, okay.
He's just not himself.
Okay. It's good that you know him so well, so.
I love that floofy man.
He really is cute. He's like a giant teddy bear, right?
Big teddy bear.
So cute.
All of our Verbits are special, but Bob is especially cuddly and just sweet, so, you know, we definitely don't want anything to be wrong with him.
So, okay, well, we'll talk to Animal Health and see what they want to do, and we'll get something on the calendar and go from there. Sound good?
Yes.
Okay, feel better?
Good. I feel better.
Good, good, good. Awesome. All right. Thanks, Sam.
Goodbye, monks.
Bye, monks. Enjoy.
I'm really excited. Today, I'm actually going to be headed down to the wilds to help with a really cool rhino procedure. If I'd known you baboons would be here, I would probably not have turned up. It's always super fun working with the wilds team. I spent 3 years there, so going back and working with the same crew kind of feels like home. Hi, you.
When I came down the barn, I got a big surprise. Dr. Priya showed up from the zoo. It's been a long time since I seen her. I was actually her intern back when I first started here about 10 years ago. So we go way back, and so it's great seeing her. Priya's an awesome person. So being able to work with her on this procedure just makes everything so much fun.
It's always nice to have a quick chat, catch up with everyone, but to also work with a southern white rhino bull is pretty phenomenal.
I just hope we find something in his mouth.
Yeah. Kingelly has been having some dental issues over the past few months, so he's being anesthetized today to have a really good oral exam. My responsibility today is to kind of help with the anesthesia part of it, to make sure that Priscilla has hands if she needs help intubating the animal, but to also read out some of the blood values and the blood gas results we're getting throughout the procedure.
I just want to make sure that everybody knows Dr. Lauder, the veterinary dentist in the scrubs over there. We're going to do anesthesia so that we can then do dental exam.
This rhino's birth name is Kingelly, but here at the Wilds, we like to give stuff nicknames, and of course, the easiest nickname for this guy is Kenny G. Kenny G's my man. He came in here, and he was very nervous, a lot of aggressive behavior because of that nervousness. So I spent a lot of time sitting there for hours and hours, feeding him, petting him, getting him used to human contact, and now he's a pretty well-rounded animal. Traditionally, we give them all a pile of grain and their hay. If we give him a traditional pile of grain, usually about half the time he starts choking on it. Obviously something's going on with his mouth and he was not getting all the food he needs, so getting this looked at now is very important. Happy rhinos are healthy rhinos. Oh, hey, sleepy boy. You're okay. Good boy. Immobilizing an animal this large comes with a large amount of risk. Come on, Kingelly, move up. Now. Good job. Hey, buddy, easy. We need to act fast in order to try and help him get into the position we need. We're gonna slip a rope over his horn and kind of guide him in the correct position.
I'll try and take him that way.
Just because he's so big, if he goes down where we can't work with him, there's almost nothing we can do except end the procedure and wake him up.
702 to 705.
I just pull the rope around me, and I use all my body weight to pull him in the direction we need him to go. He's a big boy. When he pulls, I'm in big trouble.
He looks pretty rigid. Dropping.
No, he's dropping.
He's gonna go.
He's going.
Squeaks, watch the rope. Squeaks.
Cody has a rope around his waist, which is connected to a 4,000-pound animal, and the anesthetic has not yet taken effect. If Kingeli decides to put up a fight, Cody could get seriously injured.
He looks pretty rigid. Dropping.
No, he's dropping. The animal management team are really focusing on making sure he's in an appropriate position so that we have really good access to his mouth. Oh, he's going.
Squeaks, watch the rope. Squeaks.
As best you can. You got it?
Wow.
Okay. All right. Good job.
We are able to manipulate Kenny G into the correct position for the procedure.
You're still breathing nice.
Able to get Dr. Lauder in there and start this dental procedure.
Okay, you can relax his head. All right, slow and jack.
One of the tools that was used was a little jack. It looks like kind of a mini car jack that was used to wedge in between his jaw and open up his mouth.
I got the soft palate.
Awesome.
Just trying to get the glottis down. All right, tube's in position. Can someone push it forward? Because I can't do it with where I am. All right, let's try and give a breath and see where we're at. All right, take a break. Thank you.
Sometimes when animals are under anesthesia, there's some involuntary muscle spasm, and Kenny G's lip is quivering a little bit right now. We're pretty sure that's just something not to be worried about. It's just an involuntary muscle thing.
Their mouth is so specialized for grazing that it's hard to see the inside of it. Their head's always pointed down, and it's like a big tube. It's very long and it's very deep, so you can't really see all the way back there. So being able to get a good look inside the mouth of a white rhino is pretty unique.
Food impaction's got some periodontal pockets.
Have you got some nastiness in there?
He's just got some points.
Dr. Lauder has found points. It's a term that we use in horses, and really rhinoceroses are really closely related to horses. And it means that there are sharp, literally points on the edges of their molar teeth.
Yeah, we'll take care of that and smooth these points out. Other than that, he looks pretty good.
Okay.
It's really about the best possible thing we could find. All we need to do is go in there and grind down those points, and Kingeli will be a lot more comfortable.
How are you guys?
Good. This one's running.
All right, this part's done.
Thank you.
So we're gonna go ahead and reverse. Flumazenil, naltrexone.
He's moving his back leg.
Adipamazole. Out.
He heard. You see, I told you.
It's amazing working with the vet team. Great teamwork, great team atmosphere, and everyone kept their cool throughout, and it was great to see Cody shine. Cody was a young intern when I was still at the Wild, so it's amazing to see him in this position of leadership and knowledge, so that was phenomenal.
Kenny G is starting to wake up. It's a big sigh of relief for me.
There we go.
Good boy.
I'm very happy for how this procedure went.
I'm glad it all went well. Good team effort.
Knowing what the underlying issue was with Kenny G's eating problems is great. Now we know what to look for in the future and how to make sure he has a long and happy life. That's very important to me. I'm very excited that we figured this out for him.
So I'm gonna get Ben's meat and mouse ready before he gets trained. So this morning I'm gonna do some training with Ben so he's ready for his upcoming exam to check to see how he's doing with his diabetes. So we start out with that because those are two of his favorites. And then I'm getting some of his treats together. Ben is our male Binturong. He's been at our zoo now for 5-6 years. Binturongs are a medium-sized mammal from Southeast Asia. They're commonly called a bear cat. They're not a bear or a cat. Okay, bud. All right, ready for your procedure. Ben's very timid. If you do anything that spooks him, sometimes it takes a couple days to get him to come back up to you. That becomes difficult for us because we can't handle him. And if he's not feeling well and we can't get him to come over, then we can't give him his injections. So we do work with him every day. So he is a little on the spoiled side, gets a lot of extra little treats and does a little begging, but you know, that's okay. Very good. It has taken quite a while to get him to trust. Okay. But he's really doing great. Good job, buddy. Good. All right. Want some chicken? Ben did great this morning. He trained very well. Every time I asked him to hold, he stayed there. He allowed me to pinch and touch him. So he is ready for his hand injection on exam day.
Randy to Australia. We're headed down for Rwanda.
We're taking Rwallen to Animal Health today for a full exam under anesthesia. Dr. Priya successfully treated the ulcer on her eye, but she's still a little concerned about the bulging of Rwallen's eye. She wasn't able to fit us into our schedule, so Dr. Randy's going to take over and do the exam on Rwallen today.
We'll see Dr. Youngie today. I know.
So going into any exam where there's going to be anesthesia, it's very stressful. It's very nerve-wracking. For me, I have all those emotions and I have all those feelings. Hey, girl. Hi, beautiful. I have worked with Rwallen for many, many years. Rwallen's had 2 Joeys here, so I've gotten to see her, you know, grow and to become a mom and to take on that role. There's definitely a strong connection with Rwallen.
Hi, you ready to go to the hospital?
She looks ready. All right. That was easy.
There's definitely an inherent risk with koalas and anesthesia, but after a while, it just kind of becomes clear that you need to know what you're up against if you're going to be able to do anything about it.
She's a biter sometimes.
That's why I want you to get her.
I know.
You're the professional.
You turn, I'll step out. After Rwallen is in hand, I have to step out of the room. I'm actually pregnant, and there's a lot of stuff that's involved with the medical procedure that I can't actively partake in.
There's a slight chance that the anesthetic gas could have an effect on a pregnancy. Mostly we don't know. We don't want to take any chances.
So I have to watch from the hallway through the window, but everyone that's in there, I trust explicitly. It's really difficult to watch from outside, but it's the safest thing for me, and I know that Rwallen's in good hands. I could hear the grunting that Rwallen was making pretty much through the door. She was not happy, as to be expected.
Very crabby koala. She may have peed on your shoe.
That's okay.
If Rwallen was completely resigned and fine with this whole procedure, that's not Rwallen at all. And so I'd rather see her true self and her true colors and know that she's a little bit opposed to what we're doing, and she's gonna let us know. She doesn't hold back.
Okay. I'm gonna go back and look at her skull. Yeah, that'll do. For an old koala, I'd say she's doing pretty well. We'll look at these x-rays compared to 2 years ago and see if much has changed, but there's nothing dramatic that jumps out. With the x-rays of the skull, I don't see anything obvious, but skull x-rays are difficult to interpret. That's where CT comes in. So we'll take her next into CT and get those really good 3-dimensional images that will help us decide whether there's anything abnormal there. Ready for CT?
I'm really nervous for the whole procedure. I'm a little anxious about what it'll show. Until we're a couple days even away from the procedure, I think I'll still be pretty nervous about this whole thing.
Okay.
Everyone out.
This is one of Taylor's favorite animals. She's worked with Rwallen for years, and again, Rwallen's sort of a golden girl and has some special needs, so we're hoping for a completely normal CT exam. My biggest concern, especially for a geriatric animal, is that there could be a tumor growing in the area behind her eye. If that's the case, there's probably nothing we can do for her.
All done. Do you want to check it, Randy?
Yeah.
Rwallen's had some issues with her eyes in the last couple months. One, she had some issue with the actual eye itself, and then an issue with the eye bulging. So today we're doing the full workup on Rwallen.
The worst case scenario is that this is a tumor. Tumors in that area spread readily, and that's a very difficult area to work in. So there's always a level of concern, especially with geriatric animals. Okay, she's good.
Good.
When I first look at the CT, I'm pleased. The bone looks normal, the soft tissue looks normal, eye looks normal, there's no abnormal structures. It's really good news. I didn't look at her last x-rays in comparison, but today's don't look bad.
Nothing prominent on the CT in the
No, I don't see anything on her face. I did a quick scan of the CT and everything's symmetrical.
Okay.
So she's lost a lot of muscle mass, which is typical for older animals of any type, people as well. And I think what we're having now is that as she loses muscle mass on the side of her face, Her eye is more prominent, but it's not really bigger. So instead of the eye getting bigger, the muscle mass is getting smaller, and the eye just appears more prominent. And we had contrast, which would show us any soft tissue abnormalities too. So.
I couldn't see anything that was going on. I just saw everybody looking very intently, so I wasn't sure if they had found something. So when he came out and seemed relieved and seemed relaxed, I literally had a huge sigh of relief.
Anytime we do a procedure on a geriatric animal, especially one who's lived much of its life with us, that has good close friends who are very concerned about her, it's always a little stressful. On an older animal with sort of vague signs, you never know what you're going to find. And there's always a sense of relief. When our initial assessment says everything looks like it's working well, this is just an age-related change. It gives everybody a huge sigh of relief.
We can get the bear hugger on her when she's in her crate.
All good for me to be in?
Yes, it's off.
Okay, well, thank you.
We just turned it off. Just gonna get...
Hi there.
Hi.
We need those gloves that Cindy had earlier. Rewallen did absolutely fantastic. She looks great. She's holding on, she's gripping, she's doing everything she should. She looks fantastic. She's like, what is this? In the crate, in the crate. Rewallen will be around for many, many years. She'll be able to see my baby grow up a little bit as well. And I can't wait for the baby to meet her someday.
You ready? Oh, she's moved around to the other side of her tree. She must be ready.
Good boy. Is this nice being out here? Just looking at fun stuff, seeing fun things? What do you think? You want to play fetch? And then what do? Then we come back. Woo! He's a smart bird. Ronaldo is our black vulture. He's an ambassador with us in animal programs. No one ever talks about getting regular exercise for your rehabilitated vultures. Huh. It's cool to get him out and get him exercise like this because he's not able to fly because of his improperly fused together wings. You can see his left wing kind of droops out to the side. Yeah, thank you for showing it off. That was very, very considerate of you. He is goofy, he's smart, he's outgoing, likes long walks on the beach probably, scent of lavender, anything from Cinnabon. He's great, I love him. He's absolutely the light of my life. Oh, we're stretching, we love the weather. We're handsome chicken. Most of the birds that I'm lucky to work with, because I love nicknames, I'll call them some different form of chicken. Chicken of death. And being a vulture, I call Ronaldo chicken of death or death chicken, big nasty death chicken. Nasty in this connotation is a good thing, so. Good job. Mister, how tall? How tall are you? Ooh, he's a tall boy. Vultures are really misunderstood. They are really underrated. They are so important to every ecosystem on Earth, just about. And the fact that they get a bad rap just, you know, kind of rubs me the wrong way. So the fact that I'm able to have a close relationship with such an awesome animal and then also get to show him off to people and let them see how cool vultures are, it's just the greatest feeling in the world. All right, we're starting to fill up. You want to go home? Good boy. You got it, chicken.
Ready? Does Cindy know we're coming?
Cindy,
Give her a shot.
I learned to drive really slow because my parents are in town and my mom hates how I drive. So I drove like my grandparents are in the car. Very safe, I will have you know. Today we're going to anesthetize Ben. Ben is one of our adult male binturongs and he's had diabetes for about the last 2 years. The keepers have done an amazing job at monitoring it and treating it, but it's been about a year since we've had a hands-on exam with him and evaluated him completely with x-rays and ultrasound. Ben and I have a strange relationship in the sense that when he sees me, he definitely shows some degree of anxiety. And so I try and stay out of his visual bubble as much as I can, and I kind of let Cindy take over. Same volume as before, 0.7. This involves giving him an injection that Cindy has been training for years. It's part of her insulin injection. So he will come into a chute, Cindy will do the injection.
Good. Hold. We inject him every day with insulin, but the needle is a lot bigger when you give the medication for immobilization. And he sees it, he knows right away that, oh no, this is something different, and so he's not quite as willing. I got it all. I was able to inject, but I was not able to get all the injection in. He needs more. He keeps opening his eyes and peeking at us, so.
Okay, I'm gonna draw some stuff up. Do you want to do it or do you want me to do it?
I'll let you do it.
Okay. Cindy injected him, and she did come out and say, I don't think he got everything. So I kind of knew that he probably wasn't going to be completely asleep.
Okay, buddy, let me think. I'm thinking, okay? Do you want to go in a crate? I'm going to try to put him in a crate. Come on, Bob. Come on. A crate?
Just go in there. It's nice and safe and quiet and dark and wonderful.
Come on, Bob. He went in the crate. Good boy. And then he came right back out.
I saw that, but I thought you had a plan, to be honest.
Did you? Did you like? It's just, it's a mess.
I guess it's not going well. He's hissing and spitting and being wild Ben, so I can't put my arm in there. So we're gonna have him run up the log, and I'm gonna try and inject him as he's running up the log. Okay, we'll see what happens. Otherwise, we either postpone or dart, one or the other.
Good luck. I didn't bring the dart gun.
We were trying to make sure he was in a safe location for both of us. I was able to poke him in the bottom with his induction agents, and he went up on the shelf and went to sleep, which he could have done right from the beginning. Very relieving. It was a huge relief to get the injection in.
No one likes shots, and I can't say I blame him.
Once he's asleep, we will take him up to the hospital and begin our complete exam. Got it. All right, ready, George? Well, that was quite the adventure. Ben is a Binturong or a bearcat with diabetes, and he's coming in for his annual exam.
We got you here, Ben.
Yeah.
We win today.
No escaping, Benjamin. It took a little longer than expected to induce Ben, so we are behind schedule. This isn't great because we have a very packed schedule at the hospital, so we're gonna have to be very focused and very efficient to get back on track. Yeah, not today, Benjamin. We want to make sure we get all of his monitoring on. He's doing everything to make life difficult today. All right, Benjamin. At this point in time, Ben is being treated with diabetes as aggressively as we possibly can. If you want to just try and get blood, and that way we can see what his glucose is while I'm doing this. The keepers are treating him like you would a cat at home or humans. They are giving daily insulin injections, and they are testing his urine every single day for glucose. So some phenomenal care and phenomenal teamwork on their part to really provide Ben with the best care and welfare that we can. He got chunky, Cindy, but in the good way.
He's perfect.
He's in the perfect way.
I think Ben is extra special to me. He is one of the most rewarding animals that I've worked with up to this point because it has been such a challenge. And this has been a lot of work to get him to this point.
Cindy, you seem nervous. Why are you nervous?
I'm not nervous.
When you say you're not nervous like that, it means you're nervous. I'm not nervous.
No, I'm not nervous. The two things I'm really worried about with Ben are the blood glucose and his kidneys to make sure there's no damage to kidneys. Worst case scenario would be that his numbers have not changed or they are elevated, and we not only have to inject once, but probably twice a day.
Poor Ben's being squeezed and prodded and pushed. He did not want to play. Yeah, that looks really nice. What a nice kidney. Nice and plump. So I remember him having a fairly thick bladder wall. It's much better than that, but see this, it's still a little thicker than normal. His bladder wall was a little bit thickened, which makes me think he may have some grumbling underlying urinary issues, but his liver had normal structure. It looked beautiful on the screen. His kidneys look great, thicking. So urine done.
Lots of urine.
And we were able to get a very, very large urine sample, which is definitely going to help us evaluate things. The next step was to take x-rays. Ready? That looks great. Things look good, Cindy.
Good.
Yeah, his heart even looks normal, so yay. Done with x-rays. You just have to deal with the guilt of doing it.
He's not going to forgive me for a while.
He's not going to forgive any of us for a while. So we took full body x-rays and everything looked pretty good. So hopefully, fingers crossed, his urine samples come back normal. His blood samples don't show us any other issues that might be going on. We got all the blood and the urine, so hopefully if everything comes back normal, that's our last exam for him for a while.
Today was stressful. I'm sure he's very happy it's over. I know I am.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
You ready to hoof trim on some reindeer today?
I'm ready. I like how one of them's standing there with their feet in the
bucket.
water bowl right now. It's like, so you go get a manicure, you soak your cuticle first.
Today we're going to be doing hoof trims on our 3 reindeer girls, Sugar Plum, Snowflake, and Abby.
Come on, Abby.
So if we did not do hoof trims, their hooves would get overgrown, which can affect the way they walk, how pressure is applied to their legs, and down the lines that could cause medical issues. The reason we're doing their hooves right now is because currently the girls are shedding their velvet. That's the outer coating of the antler, the furriness of it. We're kind of at that sweet spot. We don't have to worry about their antlers getting nicked. At the same time, the velvet is still present, so that provides us a little safety as well. So first up is Abby.
Ready, set.
Steven.
Got her. She's good.
We kind of have a process down of how we're going to do this, and this entire thing they'll be awake for.
They ready for me in there? My name is Mel Jones. I'm a farrier, also known as a horseshoer or trimmer. How much does she weigh?
250.
Well, at least she's not a draft horse.
Yeah.
These feet are a little different, but they're hooves. Okay, that one's done.
We're gonna rotate her
Okay.
counterclockwise.
Okay. Okay, I am between her antlers. So with the way we're having to restrain Abby right now, I'm actually ending up with my head in between Abby's antlers, so that can be a little dangerous.
I have his life between my hands.
This is practice.
For what?
For the next 2.
Yeah, this is the easy one.
All right, she's done.
Okay, let's get Josh out.
We just finished up Abby's hoof trim.
Peace out.
Now we're gonna move to Snowflake. A little nervous because she is more skittish reindeer. Okay.
She wants to start right here, huh?
Yep. Definitely when you're having to restrain an animal, you know, it is a little nerve-wracking, but also my primary job is to make sure that our reindeer are safe.
Okay, that one's done.
Okay, I'm gonna sneak out.
Can you sneak out?
You know what they call this? Reindeer aerobics.
I love it.
Our reindeer girls are not small, so having to buddy up and restrain them is definitely a taxing process.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Snowflake's hoof trim went pretty well. Up next, we have Sugar Plum. And as a reindeer, she's actually the most calm and does the best by herself. Everyone good?
Yeah.
Like
Ready
so.
to readjust?
No, I'm good.
She is our largest female, so hoping she continues that calm demeanor throughout the whole thing. Okay. You okay, Jen?
Yeah.
Sugar.
Okay, I've lost her.
Oh.
Damn it. Easy.
You okay, Jen?
Okay, I've lost her.
Oh.
Damn it. Easy. Damn it. Let her go. Let's let her go.
So today we're working on doing hoof trims on our reindeer girls. We've gotten 2 of them done, and now we're working on Sugar, and she is giving us a little bit of trouble.
Is everyone all right?
Yeah.
Do you have all your teeth?
Yeah, I just got velvet in my mouth.
Let's give her a minute.
Sugar Plum did rear up, and her antler kind of hit my jaw.
Thank you.
I have no hard feelings. I still love her just as much as all the other girls. So we just gotta hurry up and finish this one hoof so we can get her out of the barn.
I know, baby. I know. We're almost there. Snip it.
Good?
She's good.
Okay, let's get her. Let's go.
Nice work, guys.
It is just a day at the nail salon.
Come on, cute creature.
See a shadow.
Hi.
Poe is a bush baby.
God, you're cute.
Bush babies are one of the quickest animals we work with.
Look at her go. She's so quick. She's using those ears. Look at her go.
Checking it out. They're really great jumpers.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Isn't that cute? So depending on the height of the tree, they could jump up to 20 feet from tree to tree.
Whoa.
No problem.
Holy cow.
We could try even a little bit further if you want. My favorite thing to do with Poe is to just interact with guests. Being able to show people what they do naturally is our whole goal, because that's more memorable than us just telling them actually getting to see it and getting to experience it. That's what we're trying to accomplish. You could do it, sis.
I have broad shoulders. I've been working out.
Woo!
Whoa, good job, Angel.
She did it! Come on up. sorry.
Why? Why?
Do you feel the sticky hands?
I feel the sticky hands. Is she still urine washing?
Yeah.
Is that why you're doing this?
Yeah.
Oh, you're so cute.
They
I can.
urine wash, so they'll pee on their hands and feet
Thank
and then
you.
run across the trees.
I'm very aware.
She's
Thank
a
you.
hairstylist.
I know.
A little added hair gel for you
Thank
there.
you. I needed that.
What we want to do, touch the heart to teach the mind, those special moments that are very memorable. He will always remember those sticky hands sticking onto his head.
It's a mess. I'm gonna have to go home and take a shower now.
Good morning. Are you ready for some monkey business?
Yes, waiting on Heather, and then totally ready. Shannon got a hold of the vets. They agreed to come down here and do a full workup on Bob. He's been isolating himself lately, which is not like him at all. So we're gonna sedate Bob in our chute, and then we're gonna take him up to the hospital where we can do a full workup. He's just been acting a little strange. He's just been acting not like Bob. He's not very into food, which he normally is a lot. We've been seeing coughing, we've been seeing sneezing.
He doesn't smoke, does he?
I hope not. Who knows with these monkeys?
I get a little concerned with a middle-aged to older animal that's coughing that it could be a variety of things. One, obviously, is a respiratory infection like pneumonia, but older animals, we have to consider heart disease.
So I'm waiting for Heather. I want Heather to poke him. The last few times that we've had to sedate our monkeys, I have been the one to do the hand injection, which I don't mind doing, but I don't always want to be the bad guy. So today, I am going to make Heather the bad guy.
Hello, everyone. I'm here.
Good, we've been waiting on you. You're the bad guy today.
We're all set to go when you're ready.
All right.
All right.
Well, I'll go give him a little stabby stab.
Thank you.
Managing the Vervet monkeys is easy because they're so well habituated. The keepers will be able to bring Bob into a narrow runway and hand inject him with the anesthetic drug. So it's very smooth induction. I don't have to dart him. I don't have to chase him around.
Yes, you are. All right, Bobzo.
I'm always nervous anytime we need to do a sedation with any of our animals.
Good job.
I love these monkeys, and so it'd be like a member of your family going to the hospital for a procedure.
Bob hip. Good job.
Heather was successful in her hand injection of Bob. He's sedated, and now we're gonna head up to the hospital to do his workup.
Time for some monkey business. This is the hard side to back into.
You're crushing it, Avery.
You're doing amazing.
I love this cheering section I have. Oh my gosh.
The amazing thing is her eyes are closed. When we get back to the hospital, the first step is to get our patient stabilized. So we'll put an endotracheal tube in to get him on gas anesthesia. We'll start an IV catheter to maintain fluids. Before we start doing anything diagnostic, we want to make sure our patient is stable, resting comfortably, in a good plane of anesthesia. He's got some congestion on the left side,
Okay,
which may be from the anesthesia, but it may be part of the cough, so we'll get a good look on x-ray.
good.
It's not pregnant.
That's good.
What did he say?
He's not pregnant.
Not pregnant.
Blood pressure.
Bob is definitely my favorite. We just call him a teddy bear because he's just so sweet. He loves to train, he loves to interact with us, and he's just really a big, huggable, lovable guy.
Come along, Bob. Let's take some x-rays. Heart disease would be a serious situation, could be fatal. So I'm hoping that's not the case. You ready for chest?
Ready.
Shoot.
Done.
Heart looks a little round, doesn't it?
You say it looks a little round.
Heart looks a little round, doesn't it? Bob is a 9-year-old male Verbit monkey who has had about a 2-week history of respiratory signs, so he's coughing some, on and off not eating well, and just not really thriving. The first thing I noticed on x-ray is his heart looks a little rounded. If this is a sign of an enlarged heart, it would suggest that his problem is related to heart disease. Eric, can you grab the fluid pole? Yeah. We'll move into CT, and I like CT imaging for lots of reasons, but it'll give us a lot more detail. We'll use a contrast study, which will highlight areas in his chest. We'll be able to see his heart, his lungs well, and also his abdominal organs too. So we can see if there's a mass or abnormalities in his kidney or liver or anything else.
I am nervous and a little bit scared that it could be something more risky than an upper respiratory infection. I'm still really hopeful that it's not. I'm definitely anxious to find out what's going on.
It's over here. When I look at Bob's CT, the first thing I notice is his heart looks fine. It's perfectly normal, but it's immediately apparent that he's got some areas of abnormal lungs on both sides. Okay, so this is Bob's CT of his lungs with contrast. And then we get down here, look at that.
Like, what are all those wormy things?
Those are vessels,
Oh, okay.
but that's wrong. Look how much white there is
Yes. So what is that?
there. That's pneumonia. And then you get down here, there's more there. That's a fair amount of consolidation. So that whole lung tip is solid.
Oh, okay. It's not great news. We don't want our animals to have pneumonia, but it's not the worst news.
Small isolated area. He's doing well, otherwise he's not coughing up a bunch of phlegm,
Right.
doesn't have a fever. So I think we call it pneumonia very early in the stage, and it should clear up. That's what you wanted to hear, right?
That's exactly what I wanted to hear. So part of my job is to think about these animals all the time. I think about them when I'm here. I think about it when I'm at home. My God. You know, I think about them all the time. I'm gonna get past this sentence, I swear to God. When something's wrong with them, I don't feel okay. So knowing that he's gonna be okay is a huge relief to me. Happy, relieved, calm. I feel good. Today is really good. These are happy tears. I'm super happy that Bob's gonna be totally fine.
Sleepy monkey.
He's so sleepy.
I think we can take him back, and he can wake up there
Great.
amongst his friends.
The best teddy bear around.
I'm on my way to meet Cindy at the Binturong habitat and update her on Ben. Hi.
Good news?
Yeah. So Ben's results came back and everything looks great. Yeah, his glucose is normal, like his fructosamine, that blood test we look at to indicate what his diabetes control has been over the last few weeks. It looks great. Like
So all that hard
super
work
well
paid
controlled.
off.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely. Ben's really gonna cruise. So he's gonna get his daily insulin injections. He's living really well here at the zoo. He's having a great life. And the keepers are very closely monitoring him. So how's he doing now?
We're working on getting him back in there and building up the trust
Back his
again.
routine.
So
Okay.
we can start doing the injections again.
So the good news is that we at least know those doses work.
Right.
So we don't have to change anything. So as soon as he's back to letting you do the injections, we know kind of what works and what to get him back. So
good.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm so glad. I'm so pleased. It was really nerve-wracking to not know anything about where his
Because
glucose
it's been a
levels
long time. I'm feeling very good about all the hard work we put in, including Ben, and dealing with his keepers, sticking a needle in him every day, even though it's a small needle. Very proud of him.
Just let me know when he's back to training and we can get his insulins
I
started
will.
again. And
Okay.
Cool. All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Cindy. These blood results mean that we are able to control Ben's diabetes really well. And the most important part of his control is the keepers being able to give insulin injections. So without their training of Ben to receive a daily insulin injection, he would definitely be much sicker. And I don't know if he'd be with us right now. It's been a crazy week, but I'm almost done. I'm on my way to stop off at the Koala building to see Ruwalan as my last check. Priya to Taylor, Australia. I want to make sure that her eye is healing well. I happened to miss the CT scan, so I just want to catch up and see how she's doing.
I told her you were coming. She was so excited, she stayed in the same spot.
Hi,
Just
Rue.
gonna-
That looks so good. That looks so good.
Good.
Yeah, I'm thrilled.
She's so good.
After looking at the right eye, it looks remarkably better. It's massively improved. It almost looks like it's completely healed and resolved. Even the blood vessels have regressed, which means they've done their job and they're like, bye-bye. But there's a little scar, but it looks flat. It looks fantastic.
Ruwalan's gonna have a little bit of scarring on that eye, which is okay. She still seems to be able to see well, so that scarring shouldn't affect her at all. She's in great health overall for a 16-year-old koala. We're really hopeful that she will spend a lot more years with us. She's a great part of the program, and she's just our resident old lady.
Bye, Rue. I see you in a few days. See you next week. Bye, Rue.